Hi, everyone. We've got a good one for you tonight. It's Game 3 of the NBA Cup for both of these teams. Let's get started. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Jeremiah Robinson Earl.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Now Golden State's starting 5. In at small and power forward, it'll be Wiggins and Green. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. Then it's Curry. And it's Waters in at the shooting guard position. There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive. For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
Green with a screen on Wiggins. Ingram against Wiggins from about 19 feet. It's rebounded by Waters.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, if Wiggins hits these three-point balls at a high clip, he'll become a much better player and more dangerous for this offense.
Here's Payton. It's deflected. Pulls up on the wing. Wiggins passes to Waters. Curry outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Ingram against Curry. Will it go? And he nails the jumper.
Brandon Ingram showing off the ways he can score. You know he's playing well when he's this patient to do so.
Pass to Waters. Green against Payton. Here's Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Curry. Averaging 25 points per, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you love how he facilitates their offense. Just a terrific decision maker.
So many times it's with the extra pass, and man, he's delivering.
And that one's good. Ingram. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Waters. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
Look at New Orleans. A 1-1 record thus far in the Cup, so they have to win this one at home.
And with this being game 3 of 4 in group stage, they 100% need this win tonight. So expect the home crowd to be pretty rowdy.
And then the situation for Golden State. What a fantastic start to the group stage. 2-0 and looking to continue their winning ways.
And yeah, on the road tonight, it'll be a bit of a challenge, but 3 is that magic number. If you win 3 group stage games, there's a good chance you advance. And yet to attack the paint here, everything's coming from the outside.
To the middle, here's Curry. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Tice with a screen on Wiggins. Green with the ball. Now Payton defending, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
That's good from Stephen Curry. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
With so many years in the NBA, you would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
First one falls for him. And Brent, the Pelicans swept in the first round last year by the Thunder, and that Zion injury was very unfortunate and very untimely.
Oh, man, that was crushing. Williamson had 40 points in that play-in game, playing his best basketball, and then hurt very late in that contest. They really missed him, obviously, against OKC, and just bad luck for New Orleans last year. I think Brandon Ingram, not only a great story in his own right, starting to find out just how capable he is as a talent in this league, but also for executives about being patient and letting that talent develop.
Now Ingram, after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Out to the wing, 3-pointer, and the basket by Waters.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Tice with a screen on Green. It's deflected. Hawkins passes to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. Green with the block.
And Green plays with tremendous edge on the defensive end of the floor.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Takes the 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to talk to his guys. Last time they lost to the Warriors.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Well, let's see if the lesson was learned from that loss. If they come out with the same type of effort, they can expect a similar result here.
Robinson Earls checked in for the Pelicans. Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Pelicans, 8 games out.
And, well, for the Warriors, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Take a break.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out a great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And both of these teams, Greg, have a couple games in the NBA Cup under their belts. They've gotten off to pretty good starts.
And I got to believe they both like the position they're in. And tonight will be huge in determining if they can make those knockout games. It's pretty much a must-win.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Hawkins with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Back to Ingram. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Outside Kuminga. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And the Pelicans miss again. Warriors leading by 10. Kuminga, screen on Hawkins. The offensive rebound. Jackson Davis.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
5 to shoot. Here's Ingram. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Ingram's got 10.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Right side Kuminga. Pass to Waters. Wiggins outside. Shoots over Ingram. And he knocks down the jumper. He's got 5.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Well, you need good passing from your forwards as much as you do from your guards. These are small forwards leading the way in assists. Brandon Ingram 4th.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
We've seen a lot of 3 men be great scorers over the past couple years, but these guys fit right in the category of being some of the best passers, almost point guard-like skills. Crisp ball movement is never an issue with any of them on the floor.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
When you add the length to the skill set that Brandon Ingram brings to every game, you really have a tough matchup for any opponent.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The Warriors have found something with Draymond Green and Trace Jackson Davis inside. Green says, with the rim protected by Trace, I can just play off instinct and read the game. Jackson Davis says, being able to interchange with him is great. The things he teaches me has helped my game a lot. Kevin?
I'd love to hear those stories. Thanks, David. Here's Robinson Earl, defended by Kuminga.
They had to be quick, and Hawkins was.
Last outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Golden State Warriors. They lead by 11.
A moment now to see the numbers for Brandon Ingram. Averaging around 26 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Pelicans trail by 13. Here is Hawkins. He's defended by Pajemski. New Orleans moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Jonathan Kuminga picks one up. The Pelicans have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
And he hits the first of 3. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, Murphy at his size, 6'8", playing that wing position, such impressive versatility from him, especially when you consider how great a shooter he's becoming.
And he makes all 3. Warriors leading by 10. Pass to Green. Back to Pajemski. It's stolen by Green. There's the pick. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Pajemski with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Kuminga the pass to Waters. 4 on the shot clock. A three-pointer. Wiggins. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
Well, the defense against them had a little something to do with it, but you still got to go out there. You got to find a way to get good looks. You got to keep working the system, and quite frankly, they just couldn't do that.
Now Hawkins following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga from deep.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Now here's Kuminga. An 11-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
He makes that look so easy. Andrew Wiggins up and down on the alley-oop.
Good on the three-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Warriors have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. And the first one drops. He's off on the second. And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 16-5 run. On the wing, Green. To the paint. Here's Robinson Earl. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. The Warriors on top, leading by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Warriors leading by 5. So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. Pajemski out there with Heel. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. Just 5 to shoot. Kuminga finds Heel. Fires from 14. That one drops for him. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Well, he's a good shooter from the mid-range. Hield had some breathing room, took a deep breath, and fired.
Now the Warriors moving it up. Intercepted. Here is Hawkins. He's defended by Pajemski. Goes up on the wing. The shot by Hawkins, no good. The Warriors shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Green inside. Defended by Moody. The shot by Hawkins, no good. All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
Out left to the wing. Green with a screen on Hield. 5 on the clock. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Second chance shot. That one's in. His first shot this game. Warriors leading by 5. Pass to Green. Now Moody. Down low. Here's Kuminga. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kuminga. And a look at the top three-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. You look at Wiggins, third in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down. And, of course, Moses Moody, a few spots down.
I mean, these guys are all constant threats on the perimeter. Shooting the three isn't all, though, that they do, but it sure is a lot of what they do.
Well, even though they can score from anywhere on the court, once they get behind the arc, that's where they do the most damage. As an opponent, the last thing you want to see is one of them getting a hot hand from deep.
And here are the Warriors now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Hield's got 5 now.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Draymond Green. He's right around 13 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when a star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Here's Robinson Earl. No scoring in this one. Pass to Green. Reeves outside. It's stolen by Kuminga. With the drive and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets.
And you know, for that matchup with Oklahoma City, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. So I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Hawkins checked in for Javonte Green. The Warriors also with a sub. Kevon Looney is checked in for Draymond Green. He hits both from the stripe. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting the cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Again, New Orleans turns it over. Anderson, he's checked in for the Warriors. On offense, here are the Warriors. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Back to Hield. From deep three-point land. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Pass to Robinson Earl. Here's Boston. Defended by Moody. 6 to shoot. Tries a 3. Boston, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here is Hawkins. He's got 6. Pass to Robinson Earl. Reeves with it. Now Hawkins. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Robinson Earl. Scoreless thus far.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Golden State.
Here's Podziemski. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Here's Reeves. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland. There's a screen. Austin, no good. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Anderson. Here's Podziemski. Oh, that's blocked. And they recover it. Here's Anderson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
The Warriors have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. That free throw good from Anderson.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Boston. 32 points for him last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. That's short off the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
That bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 8 points.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
Here's Ingram. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Warriors leading by 19 points. Pass to Curry. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Curry with a wide open look. Again, Curry missing.
You know, he's usually very reliable from out there, but tonight it's just not going down.
Payton attacking. Ingram outside. Over Anderson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome balance there from Ingram on the play, even after the contact, able to absorb it.
Javonte Green, he's checked in for New Orleans.
One shot.
And the Warriors also making a change. Green's checked in. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Brandon Ingram has become a foundational player. C.J. McCollum says he wants to be great, and to be great, you have to be able to create. When you're selfless and you're willing to do whatever it takes to win, it becomes contagious. McCollum praised B.I.'s feel, IQ, and commitment to the game. Kevin?
I'm as committed as you are, David. Hey, thank you so much for that.
And this is where that length shows off on particular plays like that. Still able to score.
Wiggins up top from 12 feet out. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Tice has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Tice with a screen on Curry. Payton looking it over. Tice sets a screen for Payton. Tice kicks to Green. Pulls up. They get it back. And it's blocked. They retain possession. Fires from deep. Great D that time from Green.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Back to Curry, and they call an illegal screen here. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. Second, the Warriors.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Payton against Curry. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. He's got 10.
There's Murphy using that length inside. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Pass to Tice. 1:15 left in the first half of the game. Wiggins right side. Wiggins. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Wiggins. He's averaging 19 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
And he has really settled into this role. For some guys, maybe him, they'd rather come off the bench and do their damage.
Payton passes to Tice. And stolen by Wiggins. Puts the move on into the lane, and the layup falls. Wiggins has got 9.
How agile was Wiggins on that drive? Just threading the needle and got right to his shot.
Outside, Green. It's Ingram on the wing. Green with a screen on Wiggins. Block at 6. Wiggins with the block. Green dishes to Curry. 13 feet away. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Steve. A good rhythm for you in the first half. What do you like most about how your team's competing?
Just like the ball movement, the drive and kick. Our guys have played really well together. Just trying to move the ball, get a great shot.
We'll see if you can keep the ball flying around as we continue. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Please direct your attention to center court. Get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums, please.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now, Ernie.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. Next up, let's take a look at our latest power rankings.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they've continued to play well, creeping up in the rankings. Hard to argue that they shouldn't be the number 2 team on this list, Ernie.
You could. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Trey Murphy is out there with Daniel Tice. Then there's Javonte Green. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Payton in at the 1. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Tice kicks to Payton. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. Over Tice. To the middle. Ingram with the steal. And it's Tice in the corner. New Orleans moving it around. Ingram outside. From deep three-point land, offensive rebound. Tice kicks to Ingram. Pass to Tice. Fires the 3. The three-pointer is right on target. 13 points in the game.
This is what Murphy does. He gets the ball and instantly gets up shots.
Right at the free throw line. The rebound by Payton. And so Payton will bring it up for New Orleans. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Green passes to Ingram. Over Wiggins. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. There's the triple. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists tonight. Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders and the very capable ones of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Ingram kicks to Green. Green with a screen on Curry. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to Curry. Launches it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists now in this one. To end the run, traps in the tray. 16 points for him.
And the answer from Murphy, no surprise. He shot 40% for a season from 3. You want Trey from Trey.
To the wing on the left. Outside, Green. Golden State moving the ball around. That 3 off the mark.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Back to Payton. Tice with a screen on Curry. The shot by Payton, no good. Warriors leading by 18. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Took him no time at all on that one. Ingram's got 21.
Brandon Ingram at that size constantly has a shooting window that's open.
Here's Waters. He's got 12. They kick it out to Green. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Second personal foul.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And he's good on the first of 3.
Yeah, what really sets Draymond apart is that tenacity. I mean, he never stops fighting you. I mean, any second he's on the floor, he's competing and he's coming at you.
He hits the second from the line. And he can't make it. 3 for 3.
Amazing to think about Draymond Green and the career arc he's had thus far. He really can guard any position on the floor. He can make plays. Really a unique talent.
Now here's Wiggins. Brandon Ingram missing his last shot.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Now here's Payton. Nothing on the board. He gets that one.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Waters passes to Curry. Green with the rebound.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Out to Payton. And the rejection by Curry.
Hustle, anticipation, those are keys for Steph Curry on blocks like that.
Back to Green. Pass to Jackson Davis. Screen by Wiggins. Fires the three. Another shot, and Jackson Davis gets it to go. Jackson Davis has got 6.
There he is, beasting on the glass, converting the opportunity, trying to put this game away.
I just don't see how you climb back into the game when you're allowing plays like that to happen. Extra work on the offensive glass.
Now here's Payton. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Here's Wiggins.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Curry against Payton. Green with a screen on Curry. Here's Payton. From deep, Green gets it to go from beyond the arc. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard. What a season it's been for these teams on the offensive glass. Second, the Warriors.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
Now, Pajemski. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Hield. Drills it from outside. Hield's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Tice with a screen on Wiggins, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Pass to Tice. It's Hawkins on the wing. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Boston. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. On the wing, Hield. 8 points for him. Inside, it's stolen by Tice. Hawkins against Hield. Screen by Tice. Hawkins offline with his 3. Warriors leading by 20. Pass to Wiggins. Jackson Davis with it. And it's Kuminga at the elbow. Now here's Hield. His three-pointer's off the mark.
They need a bucket in a big way here. to regain some confidence.
Hawkins passes to Robinson Earl. Nice defense from Kuminga.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Love it when Wiggins plays with this kind of confidence, especially off of the dribble where he can get dangerous.
New Orleans moving it around.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
So both teams changing it up here.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Warriors leading by 22. Kuminga, screen on Reeves. 14 feet away, and he drops that one in. Hield's got 10 points.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
1:14 left in the third quarter of the game. For the finish, and then Hield with the dunk.
Good job by Hield, just using active hands to tap that one away.
Pass to Boston. Here's Reeves. The three ball sinks the triple. Reeves has got his second bucket.
Man, didn't have a ton of room to get that shot off. That's the kind of shooter he is.
Here's Looney. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Number 55.
Well, the defender was all over Kevon Looney, and he got physical right back. That's a nice play.
The Warriors have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
If you have the good fortune of playing next to superstars in this league, there are certain guys who thrive in that environment, and Kevon Looney has been one of them.
Moses Moody, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And so Looney nails both of them. Pelicans really having a tough go here. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here is Hawkins. He's defended by Podziemski. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. They set the pick. Hield from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Hield's got 10 points now just in this quarter. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break, and it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. We've got Kuminga. Hield is out there with Podziemski. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's Moody in at the 3. Here's Boston. And a miss there on the triple. Floats it up for Kuminga. Hield with the bucket.
Well, right now the defense is going to need to step up their attention on Buddy Hield. He's on fire.
Every team eventually goes through a coaching change, Brent, and how jarring is that when it happens, for instance, in midseason?
Well, Kevin, it can be pretty devastating for some teams, but for other teams, that change could be refreshing. And a lot of times, if the coach has had a longer tenure with a team, you can feel like a fish out of water with a new voice coming in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble
paying off.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Looney. And here is Moody. The 11-footer, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
And he sinks the second. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
Golden State. Kevon Looney. First personal foul. First team foul.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. The Warriors shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Team foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Brent, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine. Well, passing not the main focus for Hawkins, but when someone gets this open, he'll move the ball.
Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And here's Reeves outside. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Nothing more frustrating than to have to guard a guy like him when he is on.
Hield kicks to Kuminga. Now, here's Moody. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer, Hield. Knocks it loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kuminga. And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Pass to Robinson Earl. Here's Boston, defended by Moody. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Kuminga's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hield kicks to Kuminga. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Majemski on the wing. And the Warriors miss again. New Orleans has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Hawkins. The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got his 6th rebound on the night. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Hield's got 22 points.
Still the strongest part of Buddy Hield's game. He is a lethal shooter. What a perfect stroke that was.
Offensive rebound. No one near Reeves as he lets it go. Bangs home the trifecta. Reeves has got 9 points here in the second half. To the inside. Stolen by Reeves. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
And here is Ingram following Jonathan Kuminga's 3. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Shoots from the high post. Good. He's got 23.
And Ingram really can handle either part of that pick and roll. He could be the screener, and then he could roll, or he could score off it. Nice option.
Now, here's Looney. Kuminga finds Hield. Boston grabs the miss. Boston's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Robinson Earl. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Hawkins passes to Boston. 6 on the shot clock. And the miss, not the best shot selection there.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Reeves can't hit.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting about 33%, not happy with their play on that end. And the call will go against Jonathan Kuminga. That's foul number 2 for him. Anderson, he's checked in for Jonathan Kuminga.
Substitution on the court.
Back to Ingram. New Orleans moving the ball around. Green with a screen for Ingram. Just 3 to shoot, and he hits the jump shot. Ingram's got 25 points.
Great job of just letting that play develop. Ingram showing a little IQ there.
To the middle. Ingram with the steal. Over Moody. And it comes off the front of the rim. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Takes a 3, drains the 3-pointer. 19 points in the game.
Well, after hitting a 3 earlier in the game, he now has 3 threes this half, guys.
Here's Looney. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for the Warriors. Payton comes in for Hield.
Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year, but they got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Sharp instincts on D there, just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Three on the clock. Shot from the wing, and Ingram with the basket on the assist from Payton. Ingram's got 6 here in this quarter.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Right side, Kuminga. Looney kicks to Payton. Pass to Podziemski. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Tice. Outside, Payton. Now here's Ingram. On the wing, Payton. He's defended by Podziemski. From beyond the arc. And another three for New Orleans.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Ingram. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. An idea of voter fatigue, Brent. Do you feel voters get tired of the same guy winning every single season?
Yeah, I think they do, Kevin. And it's a shame because, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, those players looking back at the statistics from any given season deserve to be the MVP or all defense. And I hope that maybe that atrophy doesn't take place this year.
2 points. That one goes.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it. And
Grab it out of half.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And here's Ingram from the arc, and Moody pulls it down. Podziemski with it, so we see the Warriors taking the game here. And with that, they remain undefeated in group play.
And with just one group matchup left, it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next round of the NBA Cup.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Steph, what was the key that had your offense going so well tonight?
Obviously, guys have to make shots, and when we're creating and moving our bodies and the ball's moving, we're not turning it over. We're tough to guard, and everybody had confidence tonight to go out there and make plays. So that's contagious, and we got to find that next game if we want to keep this going.
Obviously, the way you guys want to play, Steph. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Stephen Curry.